Welcome back. In this lesson today, we're going to be talking about the thumb brush. So let's go ahead and open up your Blender if you haven't already and do New File General. And let's save it as the thumb lesson. So go ahead and set up your monkey for sculpting. Add your matte caps if you want and give yourself some multi-resolution. Let's just go to 4 or 5 and let's swap over into sculpt mode. Control Tab down and grab the thumb brush. This one's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, but go ahead and highlight the thumb brush. And we've got the radius of 50 and strength is going to be set to default at 0.5. And there's no minus or plus. And if we go to our tools, there's no extras down here. It's just auto smooth. And so let's get to thumbing. Let's thumb Suzanne's forehead here. So let's just scale up our thumb. And when we click and drag, notice it does take quite a second, but it does move this clay as if it were your thumb. You know, if you ever had some clay or Play-Doh and you move your thumb across it, that's what this brush does. So it's kind of like the clay thumb, but it's actually flattening and moving the material of your object in the direction of your brush. So if you increase the strength, it's going to get, stronger. You can do it faster. And if you lower the strength, it's still going to do it, but you're going to have to pull and maybe push a few more times, before you get the result. And if you turn on your wireframe, you can still see, it is doing something. It's just very, very, very subtle. So super subtle. Maybe we increase it to like 0.25, somewhere in there. So see how our mesh is barely moving. So that is what the thumb brush does. I'm going to turn wireframes off just so we can play around. And what I want you to do with this one is just kind of make it look like Suzanne has some like little drippy drips kind of falling off of her face. Just make some little parts here, just like she's sweating or something. Or maybe it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, little spikes. But personally, I don't really use this brush too much, but say if you wanted to push that up, you can just use it as if it's your digital thumb. So, not too crazy, but, could come in handy for things you're wanting to do. But really, I just want you to know that you have this brush. So if you're ever thinking to yourself, dang, if I could just put my thumb inside the computer and push this piece of geometry, that is exactly what I want. You have a brush for that. So there you go. You can just, thumb things around and move them with your thumb. So go ahead and play with this brush. This one's a pretty easy one for you today. And let's go ahead and jump into the next lesson whenever you're ready. And we'll talk about the pose brush.